Whoa! Back with another beat video for the beat tape, Harvest 2, the second beat off the project. This one's called Barely. Everything on this one I played myself. It's totally original beat. Did some real cool stuff with it. So first off, what you hear at the beginning, that is vocal sample from, I believe it's from Triton also. Probably. Yep, Triton VST I always use. And I played this, it looks like I played this in F, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this whole beat is in F major. And I got this little, I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but you can hear it like this, normal. And then gives it a wobble. I guess it gives it a what's that term? Gives it a vibrato, kind of what it does to it. So that's what I did for that one. That's interesting. And then I had this this crazy ass thing. What is this? Wild ass loop, and it's one of these random sounds in the Triton, and I just those two together, you get that kind of set it off. Real random way to intro. I played a little this pad. So for this pad I played it, I don't know, I did some weird, I don't even know what the there's no chord progression here. I just made some shit up, I think. But basically what I did, I played an F. I did threw some effects on it and stuff, but and then yeah, we got the kick and the snare, which is pretty standard. Hi-hats. One thing I'm doing a lot of with my hats is changing the velocity. That's a really great way. You don't have to, you can have the exact same hi-hat note, but if you're just changing the velocities, it sounds like it's a bunch of different hats being used. You just have drop-offs. You have just volume drop-off. So for example, it's a great way to give it bounce without having to do a bunch of crazy stuff, like literally just changing the velocity, how loud, how present each hit is, can do so much for your hi-hat pattern. That's a very I don't know if it's underutilized, but I feel like hi-hat rolls and different notes of hi-hats are real popular, but honestly, I love just changing the velocities. And that gives it a lot of really intricate bounce. Hard ass 808. Shout out Splice for all my 808s. God damn it, they got fucking everything. Eventually I want to be able to make my own 808s and sound design, but for right now I'm chilling because this is hard. Perfect. We got that with the kick, snare, and 808. found this wild ass pipe. I think this was in my Roland. The Roland SRX World kit. So again, played that in F, but I did it like this. With some effects on it and everything. I had all this, right? Basically, right? I had all this. Basically all that. Just felt like it was missing something. And at this point especially, I mean, I've been really into finding different like percussion loops and using them. I'm really inspired by like Kenny Beats and The Count and how they take perc loops and chop them and make them into really interesting patterns in their beats. So at this point, when I was making this beat, I was like really on that wave. I'm still incorporating that in my stuff here and there, but I was like really trying to do that shit for real. And I was looking through Splice and I just couldn't find any perc loops that made sense. You know, and I'll take a perc loop. I might hear something that initially doesn't sound like it will fit at all. Like, it just sounds way weird, or it sonically just clashes. It's too high. There's too much high end, too high pitch, something weird. I'll take stuff, I'll chop it, I'll pitch it down, stuff like that. I'll time stretch it. I just couldn't find anything that day. Nothing was hitting. I was like, why don't I just take different little perc hits and make my own loop? Why not? As you can see, these are the different percs. I got all 4 of these, and yeah, this was a little sequence. That was that. Yeah, once I bounced it out into the wave, I just took it and I stretched it. As you can see, originally, without all this manipulation, it was exact same thing, but as I kept stretching it, I eventually got to the point where I liked it. Right there. And then yeah, that turned into this. After I chopped it up. And one last little piece of this section. I had a little horn piece that kind of faded out, so it was just. But once I put everything on it sounded like this. And when I got to the end of this portion, I wanted to change it up. Somehow I want to do something different, just switch it a little bit. So I took that pad I played and I reversed it. Brought the hi-hats back and I chopped them, gave them a little different bounce. And the way I had chopped so I got the reverse, the full length, and I chopped it a little bit. I tried to match the 808 hit with those little skips and bounces where I chopped the reverse. So you can hear it like right here. percolate back in again. And that was the beat. It's only like a minute 30 something. Pretty simple. 11 sounds. I've learned that I don't need that much to make some cool shit. I just need the right shit. That's it. I don't need 25 sounds. I end up using like between probably like 10 and 15 usually for all my beats. And I just end up, I'll take one of the melodies I play, reverse it. I'll make a duplicate of it and throw different effects on it, time stretch it, chop it to make it sound different over a little bit. But for the most part, keeping it pretty simple, honestly. And most of the stuff I end up having in my session is percussion. I'll have different drum hits. That's what takes up most of the space, really. I'll have like two, maybe three melody instruments, and then everything else is drums for the most part. So yeah, that's barely second beat on the beat tape Harvest 2, which is out now. You know what I'm saying? Go stream that. Got my beat raffle happening. We got beats for sale, literally and literally.